Hey guys, welcome back. It's grimreaper connect you from the Raidshadowlegends. Shadows, hopefully doing well and hopefully looking after yourself and a positive start to wherever you are in the world. We're back on my account today and we're going to do another champion showcase. And I want to do a champion showcase on his champion since I pulled him since last weekend. We're actually going to find out if he's actually trash or not. As you would have clicked on by the thumbnail, we are talking about the one and only Shredder, right? Shredder, he has been released. He's been called probably the worst champion out of the 6 for the TNT, or he's up there with April anyway. So today we're going to go into this and see how bad he really is. I've gone ahead and done his masteries, etc. And I was able to also pick up a level 1 blessing for him in the arena. So I'm going to show you how to build him in today's video. We're going to showcase him and then we'll have a look at his kit overall. And I think he's mainly a P vs P champion, so that's where we're going to focus for him for today and kind of see if he's worth it or not. So let's go ahead and go get him and let's build him together, and we'll give him a soul, a relic and everything, and we'll put him in the best gear to see what he can do. So first of all, before you do anything, you should always check this kit. I know I'm pretty bad for checking kits and understanding kits a little bit because of dyslexia. So attack enemy here. It has an AoE here. Each critical hit will destroy the max HP. And then he has a veil, etc. as well, which is pretty useful. He has a really juicy passive, which is not ignoring shields or anything like that. And then he'll attack all enemies here, will ignore 50% of the type defense, as well as shields and block damage buffs. If this champion's under veil or perfect veil, will ignore 30% of the type defense instead. When you have a ignore defense by 30%, you expect it to be really, really good. Okay, so now we've ready kit, we kind of understand his kit. We don't want any accuracy in his kit, so we're going to go ahead and take the support tree down on this side and just come in for some retribution action for sure. And then we're going to come in with a critical rate. There is a lot of shield champions in the meta, so I do like to take shield breaker if the champions don't ignore shield. I like ruthless ambush for arena. I've always been a big fan of that. Cycle of violence, because it's really easy to exceed a certain amount of HP, etc. on the champions. Bring it down is quite useful. Kill stake is obviously arena, and then you have this one, and then we're going to have hammer smasher. So these are the masteries that we get to take. We will go ahead and give him a blessing, which for me will be lightning cage. I think lightning cage or life harvest would be the one of the two that you want to take. I think lightning cage at level 1 is probably the best blessing in the game for a level 1 overall. For the relic, there's no point using like stuff like Cat Gaze. I don't think he's a good enough for candidate for a wand. I think there's better champions on your roster. But if you want to build him to ignore block damage, etc., then there's a few options. I think Necrosis is a very good optional relic, but he doesn't really make sense with the stats. But particularly just of today, to make this more accessible build for everyone, is just to take a rare relic, which we'll take from my tournament for today's video. And yeah, overall, this will give him HP and defense as well. Then we'll give him a gemstone. So this one, the where will deal 5% more damage, which could be useful. Yeah, it's probably the best one we've got right now. So we're going to go ahead and put that on. And then we obviously have his gear. So his base speed is not too bad for HP nuker. So we've got the optimizer here overall. So we're going to go ahead and build them up together. Let me just switch the screen around. And I'll show you on how we're going to do Shredder. So Shredder is going to come through. Sorry, how do we spell his name? Is S-H-R. There we go. Okay, cool. Then obviously, we want to go damage build. For speed, we want to go in around about 260 speed. I think 250 is minimum for top end arena. So again, this is where we want to go. I'm not that high up in plat, but we can see what we can do. So we want to go savage and or lethal or instinct, one of the three. And then we can go with stone skin as well. I think he definitely does need stone skin. Overall, he hasn't got like a big way of surviving. like all the shenanigans. There is nothing else here, so like if you wanted to go ahead, put some glyphs on him, etc., you can. I'm actually going to be stealing my best HP nuka gear, which will probably be on Emrys a lot today. Here, if you wanted to, you can go HP, critical damage, and then more HP. On the boots, you can go speed and HP. On here, you can go HP, and then here you can go HP and critical damage. And then top row, you're going to go HP. So on the optimizer, this is how you would build him. If you're just going to use fresh gear and not wanting to steal any gear from your champions, this would be the way to go and recommended. And then here you would probably add on like your best lifts, which is 5 and 5. So for nukas, I like to do 5 for speeds, and that is the way I'd want to go there. Because we're stealing gear off my account, because I probably won't build it for arena unless he really surprises me. I won't be stealing any gear, so we're going to leave it like that on my account just for that reason. I want him in my best HP gear, so I want to see on what he can do, etc. So you see here, it's not coming in with crazy stats, so it should be an interesting showcase for sure. I remember when I built Emrys, had some crazy stats at level 1. We can also go ahead and just refresh as well, because it might not count the masteries. See where we did it after I uploaded it. We've got some coffee here to get going where we wait for the optimizer to cook. And then see what we can get. So you can see here, HP is coming up. Critical damage is here. Now, if you wanted, you can push this critical HP over a little bit because it's not taking into the effect of the relic, right? So we know we got a bit of extra more damage from the relic across the board. So you can see here from here, actually hasn't took any of my good stuff. The ring is not good at all. It didn't actually take from Emrys, so I guess it's because Emrys is in instinct. Let me see if we have a better ring for sure. Let me see. HP ring is what we're looking for. Okay, we have a HP ring. It just didn't pick it up because Optimizer doesn't pick up on gear under that. So we can go ahead and just take this up to 16. So, you can also select that as well. Okay, cool. So, yeah, very good stats across the board. We can get him to 100k just by glyphing a little bit. So this ring, for example, we'll use a 5-star. I might actually build him for arena, seeing if we have some spare gear sitting around. I might actually build him for arena just for a bit of laugh outside seasons. So I won't see me rocking in seasons unless he really shocks me today. So we'll see. Anyway, this is the stats that we've got. We've got nearly 100,000 HP, 262 speed, and then 343 critical damage. I think that these stats are very, very good for a baseline shredder with no like crazy empowerment or whatever. I'm going to go now build arena team together, make sure the arena team's working, and then we'll showcase him all together in arena. Okay, so we're going to use Lamassu. Lamassu's could be perfect for this because we can play the E3 into Lamassu, play the lockout, and then we could do the damage test. It's really important to do the damage test under Veils because I want to showcase him properly and give him a fair try, right? And to make sure it's done properly, etc. We go ahead and enfeeble him, which you resist. It's crazy like how much 3% we're getting right now. Okay, so we get the Veils here. We'll play the True Fear. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, so we know we got around about 200k on the A3. We're now going to do additional damage here with the Veils, which is going to be extra ignore defense of 5%. Let's see. I mean, to be honest, I didn't see much difference. I didn't see much difference there. That's a hard sell for me. Let me see. Okay, let's have a look at the damage altogether. 245. So it went from 208 to 245 on the damage on that side there. You can see as well, like the damage is, the stats are pretty good, honestly, for a base one build, right? So it's one of them ones. Anyway, let's go back into the usual team and then let's do some arena content now of shredding on my part, right? So let's Shredder be Shredder. And I just brought in Cephia against the Sonic set, which is not the smartest things in the world. So we'll play the A1 there, just to get around the Sonic set. Play the lockout here. Petrification. We get wanted, lovely jubbly. And now we shred, which I didn't feel like there was much shred there. Okay, coming in here. A3 there. A1. The one thing I do like about him is he's got 2 AoEs. I do like that. I think the animations are super cool on the second one as well. Okay, so we have a Odin and we have Empress, etc. here. So let's give it a go, see what we can do. A lot of people have Armads and Fabian, so that makes sense. He does ignore block damage, which is great. So we played that there. We played the lockout. We will polymorph in. Okay. What about that? And now we do our shenanigans. Boink. Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh dear. Alright, so that's the A1. I think it might be better off doing it against this team. Might be better to do the A2 and then do the A3. Boink. Nothing too special coming through. I do want to see what he can do underneath block damage, to be honest. So it will be nice to kind of see what he could do here. Hopefully Cycle of Violence will proc. Unfortunately, the chances of him being buffed are very slim. Because he is a champion now. The A1 wasn't too bad for 1k. I would like to say that we've had bad luck with RNG, with the House Smasher proc, but I don't think we have, to be honest. Let's go like that again. Oh, I've removed the block damage of Empress. That sucks. But, like, I mean, this team is not super hard. And if I used a Marius in his team, for example, this would have been over already. So 102. We go like that. We go like this. Then we go like that. Let's go like that. I think it's a very slow battle. I mean, to be fair, I feel like you just need 2 nukers. Okay, we got rid of him in the end, right? He did 503, 503. I think the longer that the fight goes on, his damage is increasing. Let's see how he can do against Donny here. I think Donny is a much better champion from what we're seeing at the moment. So let's see, can he beat up one of their turtles? There's not much we can do here. Okay, he's got high resistance there. Okay, we got resisted on 2. Let me see if we can do some stuff. We got some damage there. We ignore shields, right? Really get a little bit of shit damage there. He's gonna play reset. To be honest, I don't think this is a good team to attack. From what we're seeing, because there is a lot of high resistance here. And now there's not much we can do, but we might just get floored here. Okay. Let's see. It's a very tanky team with a lot of buffs. Try this. Yeah, okay, not much going on. Did see the passive click in there of the evasion. He did put Veil on himself. Interesting. I must have missed that part when he put Veil on himself. No, he didn't. He stole Veil. That's where it was. He stole the Veil. Okay. Yeah, like all this is just very, very annoying team here. Okay, let's try. I mean, we've got 700 accuracy there. Okay, I think that we're just going to quit this fight because there's a lot of buffs there. And I mean, I'd love to see Shredder just be able to hit through this damage, but there's not much we can really do. So I feel like he's a little bit underwhelming there. I'm going to go ahead and find some more teams, and then we'll see what we can do. Alright then, so we're going to test him against this team. We've picked a Nice, so we'll try and see what he can do against Nice, because he does ignore block damage. And this is where you kind of want to see him like be able to work. So let's see how he can perform. He's also HP based, so he's got better survivability than tap based Nukas, right? So this is his time to shine and see what shenanigans we can do here. So coming in here. We've got block buffs up on everyone, so we don't need to worry about the bombs here. It's just one champion, we'll lose. So we come in here, some damage, which is good to see. Actually hit pretty hard as well, to be fair. We'll go ahead to take out the Commodus, I think. Let me try and go like this. No, okay. Let's do the A2. A2, if the A2 just did a bit more damage, it would counter that passive there. See if we can control him. We don't, because we get wanded. Gotta love to see a good wand. We'll play this. And then we'll play this ability here. Triple hit on E1, not too bad. Fully awaken, nice there. And let's see if there's anything else. We have Marishka down here. We're +3 Marius and Empress. So quite empowered team. See, he's still slower than me, which is surprising actually. Pinpoint Arbiter, you don't see that every day. Resisted on both champions. Interesting. Not resisted that time. We want to take out the Marishka first, right? So DD, we take her out first. Reasonable damage, nothing too crazy there. Emrys is going to start taking chunks out of our HP. And then see what we can do overall. He's going to go ahead and flip, which might take me out. That did hurt a lot. Let me go ahead and go like that. We get some heals coming back from the A2 there, which is good to see. You see, He does invade there, which is cool. We get killed there, which is not cool. Okay, so we have the E1. His damage does increase over a period of time. Like his damage is getting like higher and higher. And he does have some way of surviving mechanic, right? Which is the shenanigans. But overall, we still did not have enough to get through this. Anyway, let's go have a look at the build, etc. So overall thought on Shredder. I don't feel like he's got enough damage in his kit with the A3 and A2, which is a shame because 2 AoEs is always great to see on this. I feel like a bit more damage and he is going to be cooking. He does put fails on himself, which is cool to see, but it's just, I don't know, he just needs a better way to increase his damage, right? Increases this champion's damage dealt by 50% for each status ally. For me, he needs a bit more in his kit. Like, he just needs to hit harder on these. And if he's hitting harder on these, I think he's a top tier champion. I don't think he's awful champion though. I think for like progression, etc. I think he's got some work there. I think with like a 6-star blessing, then you'll start seeing him doing some damage for sure. But he needs like a big blessing for sure. I don't think 1, even 4, I think it's questionable. Would I put souls into him for 4? Probably not. Just because of my roster, and it's hard to kind of say that he's going to be a better investment than Empress, which Empress by far is a lot better investment. So like as low spenders and free to play, I feel like the only way you really build them is if you're early game, mid game, for faction wars, potentially get some damage in. Bear in mind it's the same faction as Leo, and Leo's going to get guaranteed. And yeah, it's a hard sell for me. I guess you, like for me, I'll probably just build him as a meme for like non-seasons. Once a 1-5 fight's got the chest, it's a bit of fun. Throw him in for some fights to see what he can do, right? And I guess that's about it. Anyway, guys, that is it from me today. As usual, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. And yeah, hopefully it was a good showcase for Shredder. Let me know down in the comments what do you think about Shredder. And as usual, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. That's it from me. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Peace.